Welcome. I'm Bonnie Sewell, owner and operator of American Capital Planning, a fee-only fiduciary and female-owned wealth management firm. I'm going to take you through a few of the tools that we use when we work with real clients, and the reason is that sometimes people don't understand what the client experience might be like in terms of deliverables or what they'll really see and get for the money that they're paying. So this is a brief overview of the things that we do with real people. The first thing I want to bring your attention to is our website, where it has a lot of information about what we do, but in particular, our clients go over to the Client Center from the homepage, and this global access is their online plan, which I will show you in just a minute. And then we have our Pershing banking site, which is where their accounts are held, and you can see the progress of your accounts there, but not performance. We have a different place for that. And here you can see all your transactions and your account balances. Over here we have Black Diamond. That is our login to our performance reports and performance data. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in a few minutes, but first I'm going to take you to our online plan. The online plan for this imaginary client, Paul and Lynn Price, we've never done any business with a Paul and Lynn Price. This is a sample client. But they have almost $5 million in assets, and then about a little over $2 million of that is in their investments. Interesting case of Paul and Lynn, very typical. When this sample is created, we show them overspending. Even wealthy people sometimes have challenges to what we want to do in terms of our dream and the resources we have available to meet all of those. So in this case, we put in all of their data, what they earn, what they own, and what they owe, and what they want to do in what time period, and how many resources they're willing to allocate to it. Once we have those facts all in one place, we start to articulate that in terms of plans. Will their plan work? And we do that a couple of different ways. We can kill people off. We can make them disabled. We can buy and sell property, buy and sell investments, any number of things in our planning software, and really only limited by your imagination, but also a great reality check. Can we really do what we think we can do? And some of the things that we can cover include education, down to the specific institution your child, grandchild, or whoever wants to attend. Will that work, and how much will it cost? We do investment property scenarios here. We do business sales, pretty much like I say, only restricted by your imagination. And when we first run Paul and Lynn Price at their current spending level, the one they're enjoying, it doesn't work. They're not going to be able to meet all their goals. So their choices involve the same choices we all face. Either have more income to come into the household to pay the bills we have currently and will have going forward, reduce those bills, or modify our goals. And in this second scenario, where you can see that we have reduced their living expenses, the plan success rate goes up to just as high as we'd like to see, pretty much of a slam dunk. And then we do a lot of reports to understand how these things might play out year by year by year. And we can send those reports a lot of different ways to you. We have a secure file share that we use with clients, but we also have this vault, and our clients have access to this vault. And when they go in to look, so for example, if we ran a kind of taking everything into consideration in retirement, in the first case, we can see that they have 0 funded years when they reduce those living expenses. But in the first one, when we look at everything in retirement in their situation, we can see that they have 4 unfunded years and almost $1 million in shortfall. So that's worth having a discussion about, right? See if we can fix that, change that, impact that. And then the other thing that's fun for clients is we have a website for each client. Then in their website, they have a lot of things that they can do. So I'm rushing through these pages because there's a fast way to log in. This is going to ask for a survey. We're going to skip that for this. Once we get to the website, there's a lot of things we can do. this website can add an account. So let's say you want to link your mortgage. It hadn't been linked during our planning processes. You've just refinanced your house and now you want to link that account. Well, you can always ask us to do it. We'll be happy to. Or you can add an account and you can say to yourself, I don't remember how to do that. So we simply go over to the help sign, click down on add an account, and this intuitive program will lead you right through it. So here it tells me to click add account. And then it's going to ask me what type of account this is. And we're going to say liability because we said it was a mortgage. And it says which type of mortgage. And we're going to pick the mortgage. And we'll fill in the details here. And once we're done filling in those details, we will save. So really interesting in terms of the ability to keep the program up to date. If for any reason you want to do it yourself and play around with things or have us do it. We're going to go back to the main site now because that's the side that we live on when we're helping our clients. And our goal is to make sure that Paul and Lynn or whoever we're dealing with gets as close to their dreams as they possibly can with the resources that they have. Now I want to show you the information we have on reporting on your accounts. So this sample account, about $1 million, they've made a lot of money with us over the years, and this is the activity going on, so we can click down into that and see all the activity. We can see the amount that's been due to the market change and due to income coming in the account. We can see the impact of fees. No one works for free. We don't either. We can see all of that information inside that particular tab. And then we can go to allocation and say, well, how am I allocated? I need to understand where my money is. And so these people have had a little bit of a large influx of money. And so we haven't allocated that yet in this scenario. So they've got a lot sitting in cash, opportunity to have a conversation. Let's get that stuff to work. And then finally, performance. And performance is usually the reason people dial in. And so what we can do that I think is really helpful is dial down to the fund level, and we can see what all is in here in terms of exact investments and how are those investments doing. And we can look back as far as 2010. That's when we started using this software. If your information comes over earlier than that, we're only going to track it from the day you become a client with us, because that's one of the things that we look at are the portfolios working in a way that we'd like them to. So that's part of what we do for our clients. And the other thing that you will see is, you can probably see behind me, you're in a warm office, coffee, tea, snacks possibly, but this gives you some idea of what you can expect in terms of the work we do together.